But anyway, joining me on what should we call this segment, Corona Culture, whatever, is Tim Blair, columnist and blogger with the Daily Telegraph. Tim, you've got a balcony, a fine balcony, sweeping views. Fancy a game with the neighbours?
No. But it would be difficult in Australia. I mean, you know, we do have some intensely close apartment-style things with courtyards and so on. But, you know, the majority of Australians live we have a little bit more of a distance, which is why you, for example, go crazy exposed to that kind of raucous nonsense carrying on outside your bedroom window. But, you know, maybe in Australia we've got to come up with another way of running the numbers around. Find the neighbourhood unpopular boy and make him do the round.
Well, okay. I'm not sure I can get Dominic out of bed to do that, but anyway, I'll try my best. Someone who could do with a game of balcony bingo is the president of Iran, Tim. I think really the virus has addled his brains. I mean, well, maybe he's always like this. I think he's always like this. Iran is one of the worst hit countries in the world, right? So it's got at least a couple of thousand people dead. But the president, Hassan Rouhani, kept refusing any help from America. He said, Americans designed this virus to kill Iranians. Here he is.
ما آمریکایی‌ها متهمید به اینکه این ویروس رو شما تولید کردید. من نمیدونم چقدر این اتهام حقیقی است، اما وقتی این اتهام وجود داره کدوم عاقلی به شما اعتماد میکنه که شما بیایید برای اون دارو بیارید؟ ممکنه داروی شما یه وسیله‌ای باشد برای اینکه این بیماری رو بیشتر گسترش بده. کسی رو به عنوان درمان کننده و پزشک بخواید بفرستید، این ممکنه بخواد بیاد اینجا اثر عملی سمی رو که تولید کرده اند رو از نزدیک ببینه. چون گفته میشه که یک بخش برای ایران بالخصوص تولید شده است با استفاده از آشنایی‌های ژنتیک ایرانی که از وسایل مختلفی.
You'd laugh if it wasn't for the fact that this bloke is president of a country that experts say will soon have the nuclear bomb. And he thinks Americans designed this virus using Iranian genetic code to kill Iranians. And that's why you can't have Americans spying on the results. I mean, seriously, Tim, this is a wild world.
I wasn't aware that Iranians had their own genetic code. That's a bit of an insight. I mean, you know, as soon as they detect Collingwood DNA, they're able to break that down. Collingwood supported DNA. Yeah, we're all in strife in the Magpie camp. But yeah, the depth, I mean, all credit to them. I mean, they've been calling America the Great Satan for 40, 50 years, and they're backing it up. They're not even going to take a cure from them. So, you know, hey, consistency.
Oh, look, they'll be in trouble if the Israelis are the first in the market with the vaccine because they're working on it.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't want that. Unbelievable. No, but honestly, this coronavirus really has exposed how crazy some people can be. I mean, that is just barking mad. And he's the president of a superpower that's sponsoring terrorism around the world. But listen, not in the same league. I don't want to put it in the same league. I should have a little silence to mark a distance here, Tim. Talking about crazy ideologues, though, here's Green Senator Mehreen Faruqi suggesting the coronavirus is sexist in its effect. Have a listen.
Let us not forget that COVID-19 is a gendered crisis. Nurses, nurse aides, teachers, child carers and early childhood educators, aged care workers and cleaners are mostly women. They are on the front line of this public health crisis and carry a disproportionate risk of being exposed to the virus.
So I've already heard the coronavirus is anti-Iranian, Tim. Now we're hearing it's anti-female as well. Is there truth in this?
Well, you'd have to ask Rita Panahi. She's in a lot of strife. She's in stage 5 lockdown, I think, at the moment after hearing all that crap. But also, Mehreen, God bless her, she's wrong as usual. If it is a gendered crisis, it's going the other way. Like just about every major outbreak, it's either infected or killed more males than females. So I don't know really where she's driving at. And also, isn't she identifying the gender of people who she's not inquiring as to how they prefer to be identified?
Oh, Tim, you've caught me. I'm just not as woke as you, mate. I haven't studied the fashions. You're quite right. You're quite right. Why would you presume? Why would you presume sexuality? But really, why would... I don't know. You know her better than I do. Why would she be raising this issue now when we're all trying to figure out how to stop people dying?
Because issues like that, very third, fourth tier issues, like climate change, have been swept from the newspapers, swept from even The Guardian, even, things that think they're newspapers. They've lost their points of argument, their points of difference, their points of dispute with the mainstream. They're desperately, I think, trying to revive their little talking points and keep them alive because, they're more threatened by the coronavirus than any men or women. Ideas are on the fire pit at the moment, and they're going.
I think you might be onto something. They're trying to still define their point of difference from the rest of us. They don't want to be in the same trenches as us. They're building another trench which says sexists over here. Maybe you're right.